Hey guys, I'm at the Koko Crater Botanical Garden, and so this is the entrance right when you walk in. A lot of pretty pink flowers. These are plumerias over here. Let me get a closer look. Last time I was here, they weren't in season. They were kind of dormant, so they kind of looked ugly. They were like bare branches with only a little bit of leaves, and now all the flowers are blooming. They're fragrant. Very pretty. Okay, so here's the welcome sign. And it is 200 acres, so this is gigantic. And here's a quick map. We are right at the entrance, and it goes around the crater, I guess. I'm interested in the cactus, but the other plants as well, but I'm not sure how big this is, so I'm not sure we're gonna make it around. So we're in the plumeria grove, and there's tons of different shades and colors. I thought they would be more fragrant, but I do smell something. It's not very strong. Look how beautiful this is. I wish I could grow these at home. Like, so beautiful. It's like the color of a sunset. That's what it reminds me of. Video here. Look how tall that is. That's like 2 stories up, but this one is very pink. Or it's a magenta, bright magenta. But yeah, beautiful. A small tree. It's rounded, almost like a shrub. Look at the amazing flowers. This is a variegated hibiscus. It's really beautiful. Look at the pink edges, and the leaves are so different, each and every one. There's ones that are almost all green, ones that are white. It does look like there's probably some insect damage or something here, because there's holes. But here's their flowers. Very nice. Gigantic rock, and the succulent that's on top. So I think that's some sort of dragon fruit. They're epiphytes. So this one is just growing on a big lava rock. Something called the screw pine, Pandanus tectorius. I'm wondering if this is the pandan leaves that the Asian people use in flavoring and coloring. I'm familiar with it in like desserts, but I see this a lot in Hawaii. It has these unique little, I'm not sure if those are roots, but they look like roots. And they extend into the ground. Some over there, very unique looking. This is a jack-in-the-box tree. I wonder where it gets its name. I'll have to look that up later, but it just looks like a large tree, and here are the leaves. This cactus, anyone know what it is? And look, this looks like some spent flowers right there, and maybe new flowers growing right there. Too bad there's nothing in flower. Look at this gigantic patch of aloe. Huge. Kind of looks like aloe vera, actually. I'm not sure. And then right behind it, another huge cactus. And look at all this. I think this is dragon fruit. And it climbs all over the trees. can see the roots growing off and they just hang onto the bark. Cactus hang in trees. They're all over. Ooh, I like this one. Look how fat the bases are. Some sort of codex plant. Maybe it's one of those ones from Africa. I'm not sure. I don't see a sign. There's this agave. And look at these gigantic spent blooms. And so once they bloom, they die. But they send out all these little pups. Isn't this view amazing? These are the largest golden barrel cactus I've ever seen. I think the one right there in the back is the largest one. But yeah, how beautiful. Look at this one, has so many babies on top. So cute. Look at this immense patch of snake plant. I don't know what it is. I don't see a sign and I'm kind of standing far away. But the pattern looks like the wellfin, the Maceloniana. But it kind of looks too skinny. But maybe that's because it's having high light here. When I come back down later, I'll check to see if there's a sign. This is an agave, Perry's agave, that is native to the United States and Mexico. So pretty. Look at these black tips, and it looks like the pattern on the leaf has an imprint from the leaf inside. Very cool. I'm not sure what this is. It's insanely large. And there's flowers on it. There's one right there. Here's another one. Does anyone know what this is? It's pretty cool. This looks like some sort of another agave. Look at this bloom stalk. It's like the size of a trunk. And it's about to bloom. It's not blooming yet. It's cool. And this cactus behind it, I'm not sure what it is. Look at all the fuzziness going on. It's so hairy. Another agave, century plant family. I know some of the century plants are cold hardy. This one's not though, probably, since this one's it's from tropical America. These are all ginormous. I have to step back to get them in the frame. I wish this was blooming. And look at all the ants crawling on it. The buds probably have some sort of nectar or some sweet substance. Kind of like peony buds. There's buds all over. Don't see any in flower though. You see this thing right here? It's a huge spike from that agave. Oh my. Too bad there's no flowers. But look how big this one is. Maybe that's a night blooming one since it looks white. Usually white flowers bloom at night. So the animals that are attracted to it can find it easier. Okay. I don't see a sign here that this pretty sure is an agave. And look at these curly leaves. They look really cool. And look at, they all have bloom stalks. go all the way up. This one has, like, looks like they're just spent right here. Those look like there might be seed pods forming. But yeah, I don't think I've seen this variety before. Pretty sure this is a cardboard palm. I've only seen small ones, and oops, look at how big this guy is. It's like the size of an SUV. There's another one. So they call it cardboard palm because the leaves are very like stiff and like hard, just like a piece of cardboard. Skinny little guy. It's like an epiphyte. And it's growing up. Look at this. There's tons of buds. That one, they're pretty big. It should be dragon fruit. So once it blooms and gets pollinated, it should produce a gigantic, juicy piece of fruit. It looks a little different. Not sure what this is. Look at this. It's all intertwined into the trunk of its roots. This cactus looks very chunky. There's a piece that's fallen and started growing down here. Oh, and this one has buds too. Too bad it's not flowering. The Hawaii section. And something smells really good in here. Can't tell what it is though. Not sure. Let's take a look at some. It's a llama. It's in the ebony family. And this is a Maua, M-A-U-A, in the willow family. This one right here, in the bean family. Let's go over there. Maybe those white flowers are the things that smell good. This looks like a type of hibiscus. Let me see if I can find one low enough to smell. Nope, it's not this. This is a Laulu palm family. I think last time in another botanical garden I read that there was only like one palm species endemic to Hawaii. So maybe that's this one. This is the Madagascar section. And there's these trees. I think I've seen these in San Diego too. Pachy podiums. Madagascar in Africa. And the trunks have spiny things that go all the way up. Here's a huge patch of snake plant. Don't have a variety name, but it's about 5 feet tall at its tallest, maybe more. That's a sausage tree. Well, you can see there's like a bunch of things hanging. I'm kind of far away, so I have to zoom in. I didn't want to walk in this grass. Aluadies. Probably pronouncing that wrong. It's like a big trunk with stems that have tiny little green leaves all along it. I think I've seen this as a house plant. I have no idea what this tree is, but I thought it looked like some sort of fig maybe. And these branches are so beautiful. And it looks like there's roots coming down that will reach the floor and root in. And then underneath, just different varieties of snake plant all over. This is a ficus. Look how beautiful the branches are. And then there's hanging roots that will come down and root into the ground. And then there's several varieties of snake plants all underneath. Oh, here's a good example of some roots hanging down. And they'll go right into the ground. Here it is, Ficus vasta. Okay, is this a Euphorbia? Anyone know? Okay, I thought this was like a plant growing in the ground, but no, it's coming from the stem. And this is the tree. Look at the trunk. The trunk is over like 1.5 feet. Oh, actually, here's another one. Oh my god, this one's even bigger. And it's a Euphorbia. So it is a Euphorbia, but half the sign is missing. Oh my god. Have you ever seen a Euphorbia this big? It's amazing. All this snake plant. Imagine if you could plant your house plants in the ground. They would all thrive like this if you have the right conditions. Look at this, is another Euphorbia. I think this might be one that is related to the one I have. I forget what it's called, sorry. The name evades me right now, but it has some blooms. Which is not very significant, but still cute. The patch just keeps going and going and going. Look at this snake plant blade right here. So large. Snake plant. It looks like a cylindrica because it's, you know, cylindrical, but it has these grooves on the end, so I think it's a different species because it has a different pattern and it's like solid green. Look at this one, another snake plant. None of the snake plants have any signs. This plant is very unique. It has these like sharp points. You see them on the bark. And then on the smaller stems, they're even sharper and pointier. Look at all these snake plants in bloom. Actually, they're not exactly opened yet. But these are the flower stalks. I think most snake plants have white flowers. Look at this, must be the seed pod of the snake plant. First time ever seeing one. Here's some more. I've never seen this many snake plants in my life. Like even at other botanical gardens, this is like on the other side too. Okay, I found a sign for the snake plant, but this is just snake plant. Of course, it doesn't say any varieties, so I don't know what they are. But did you know that they're in the asparagus family? I did not. Now I know. There's some gigantic aloe varieties. This tree has a very cool trunk. This is the baobab tree, and I love the trunk. It's so fat and chubby. Here are a bunch of desert rose or adeniums. These are pretty common, sold as bonsais and houseplants. But of course, unless you live somewhere nice and hot like this, you can't grow it in the ground. So it stays in the house. Then Bellanii, cute and curly. Found another sausage tree, but this one has 0 sausages. Instead, oh actually there's one right there, like a single one right there. But look at, instead it has all these flowers, so guess these flowers will turn into sausages. Oh, actually there's some over there, but how come they're so small? The one that I saw from a distance earlier had a whole bunch of large ones. And it looks like these aren't open, but I don't know why there's bees hovering over it, all around it. I wonder when they open. Maybe they're spent, or do they open at a certain time of day? But the whole tree is like humming with bees. Here's a bunch of variety of palm trees. Hey, found another sign finally. So confirmed, this is Sansevieria cylindrica. But look at the grooves. Like it's a deep groove. I don't know what the difference is between the varieties then. Maybe the older ones get the grooves, but these are probably like 6 feet tall, the tallest ones. The shorter ones, 3-4 feet. Okay, it's a Transvaal Gardenia. So I don't smell anything here, but there were sections of this garden where I smelled something that smelled like gardenia and couldn't find it. So it must be some sort of gardenia, but look at these fruits. They look like gourds or pumpkins. I wonder if they're dried. They look dried. So maybe they're like empty with seeds in it. But there's some flowers left. Like here's one. So here's the plumerias again. So on our way out, and this place was really cool. I think the best part was the cactus. Everything is super large and gigantic. And these plumerias look so pretty. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this video. And again, happy growing. Bye-bye.